Did you know that most people take years to earn what you can make in just a month? The truth is, if you're stuck in the traditional work model, you're drastically limiting your financial potential. What I'm going to show you today can completely change the way you think about money and help you generate more income in less time than you ever imagined. Making more money is something a lot of people want, but most never see real change. The good news? It's not because they lack talent or drive. The real problem lies in how we've been taught to earn money. From an early age, we're taught to trade hours for dollars. Work hard, earn a paycheck, and with some luck, maybe get a promotion every now and then. But what if I told you there's a way to make money without being stuck in that cycle? That's what we're diving into today. The biggest trap in the traditional financial system is the direct work-for-money mentality. We often associate the amount of money we earn with the time we invest in work. If you work 40 hours a week, you get a paycheck. But what if you want to make more? You work more hours or try to climb the career ladder, right? That's the standard thinking. But the problem with this is that time is limited. Everyone only has 24 hours in a day. And if the only way to increase your income is by working more hours, you'll eventually burn out. It's an unsustainable model. So, what about those people who seem to multiply their money? How do they manage to make a monthly income that exceeds what most of us make in a year? Here's the secret: they understand that money shouldn't be tied to the time you spend. They create assets. And that's what we're going to break down right now. The key to making money faster lies in understanding how wealthy people actually do it. As I mentioned earlier, they don't directly trade time for money, but instead, they invest in creating assets. And I want to dive deeper into this with you. After all, creating assets might seem complicated or out of reach for many people, but in reality, it's simpler than it seems. Let's start with real estate. Many people believe that investing in real estate is something only millionaires can do. But in reality, you can start small. For example, you could buy a rental property, or even start with short-term rentals like Airbnb. The important thing is that the property will generate income regularly, month after month, without you needing to be there. The initial effort may be significant, but once the asset is up and running, it starts working for you. Beyond real estate, another powerful asset is financial investments. Here, I'm talking about stocks, investment funds, bonds, and even cryptocurrencies. When used wisely, the financial market can be an incredible tool to multiply your money. Of course, it's important to study and understand how it works, but just like any skill, the more you practice, the better you get. And the best part? Once you invest, your money continues working for you while you focus on other things. That's the game changer. Now, online businesses are another clear example of assets that anyone can create. Today, with the internet, the barriers to entering the business world have never been lower. Think of an online store. You can sell products, both physical and digital, to people around the world. And the beauty of this is that once the system is set up, sales can happen while you sleep. Imagine waking up in the morning and seeing that you made money without actively working. That's possible when you create assets like these. We can't forget the power of digital products. I'm talking about e-books, online courses, coaching programs, and more. You create it once, and you sell it over and over again. Each sale generates more money in your pocket, without the need to produce it again. For example, if you have a specific skill, like playing a musical instrument or programming, you could create an online course. The internet is a sea of opportunities, and any knowledge you have can be turned into a digital asset. Another important aspect that's often underestimated is building a network. Successful people know they can't do everything alone. They build relationships with others who can help them grow. And when you think of assets, this applies too. Think of how partnerships can boost your business. For example, if you have an online store, partnering with influencers or other businesses can significantly accelerate the growth of your brand. If you invest in real estate, knowing the right people can give you access to opportunities that aren't available to everyone. Your network doesn't just help you grow but also helps you find mentors. Mentors are essential to speeding up your growth. They've already walked the path you're starting and can guide you, helping you avoid costly mistakes. This is another invisible asset that yields incredible results. When we talk about leverage, most people automatically think of borrowed money, like using credit to buy more assets. And yes, that's an important aspect. Using other people's money, like banks or investors, to grow faster is a powerful form of leverage. For example, imagine you want to buy a rental property. Instead of saving for years to pay in full, you can take out a loan, rent the property, and use the rental income to pay off the debt. In this case, you're leveraging the bank's money to increase your income without needing a large initial capital. But leverage goes far beyond just money. There's also time leverage. A good example of this is outsourcing. Instead of doing everything yourself, you can hire people to help. This frees up your time to focus on more strategic tasks, the ones that truly increase your income. Think of an entrepreneur who, instead of getting stuck in administrative tasks, hires someone to handle that and uses the saved time to grow the business. This is a powerful form of leverage that often goes unnoticed. You can also leverage technology. Automation is one of the most effective ways to leverage time and processes. If you run an online business, for instance, you can automate sales emails, customer service, and even product delivery. Tools like chatbots and marketing automation platforms do much of the heavy lifting while you focus on growing your business. Another example of leverage is scalable content creation. If you're on YouTube, for example, creating a video is a form of leverage. Once the video is published, it continues generating views and revenue over time. It reaches millions of people around the world without you having to be physically present. That's why so many people are turning to content creation these days. And of course, there's knowledge leverage. When you master a valuable skill or knowledge, you can share that knowledge in ways that generate passive income. For example, a speaker who turns their talks into online courses. They leverage their knowledge, allowing thousands of people to learn from them while they focus on other projects. Now, I want to focus on something that, for me, was the real turning point: effective communication. As I mentioned earlier, communication is an asset that, when used well, can transform how you make money. The ability to convey an idea clearly, impactfully, and persuasively is one of the most valuable things you can develop. Let's think about great leaders or successful entrepreneurs. Steve Jobs, for instance, wasn't a brilliant programmer. He wasn't a product designer. What he did better than anyone else was communicate his ideas. When he took the stage to present a new Apple product, he created a narrative that made people want it almost irrationally. He turned simple gadgets into objects of desire. And this is something you can do too. You may not be a billionaire entrepreneur, but you can learn to tell stories and sell ideas in a way that creates impact. Whether you're a freelancer, a business owner, or even someone starting an online business, the art of storytelling can be applied to any context. And why is this so powerful? Because emotion sells. People buy based on emotions and justify their purchases with logic. If you can create an emotional connection with your audience, whether through a story, product, or service, you're already ahead. Developing this communication skill will not only help you sell more but also influence people, build your personal brand, and create a solid foundation for generating more income. And the best part? This skill is accessible to everyone. You can start practicing right now. Record videos, write articles, start sharing your ideas. The more you practice, the more natural and effective you become. Turning your annual income into a monthly one is entirely possible, but it requires a shift in mindset and approach. What you've learned today is that relying solely on direct work is limiting. By creating income-generating assets, using leverage smartly, and developing your communication skills, you can significantly boost your income in less time. Think of it as a continuous learning process. It doesn't happen overnight, but the sooner you start, the faster you'll see results. Start small, whether by creating a digital product, investing in a business, or honing your communication skills. Subscribe now and see how you can multiply your income in the next video.